Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia, that's me. Whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is Yoga 101. So whether you are completely new to your practice of yoga or you just want a nice refresher, a nice reset into the practice of yoga poses, this class is really going to go slow through some of our foundational postures that we practice in most styles of yoga. So hopefully this will serve you in your home practice as well as if you do go into in-person classes as well. This will really give you those foundations so that you can feel a bit more confident going into further yoga practices. So without further ado, we're gonna get started today. You don't need anything except for your mat, and we're gonna start in a comfortable seated position. So right off the bat, this is a posture that's gonna be really unique to each one of us. For a lot of us who haven't practiced yoga for a while, sitting just on the ground can be a bit uncomfortable. So please take a moment to check in with your hips, check in with your knees, check in with your back, see how you're feeling in this moment, and then choose a variation of a seated posture that's gonna work for you. So you can see right now I'm seated with my ankles stacked, one in front of the other. This is what we'd usually call Sukhasana or easy seat in our yoga practice. You may choose to sit crisscross applesauce like when you were a kid. It might feel better for you today to spread one or both legs out long. And you might even find a bit of support for your back. So maybe sitting in a chair or with your back against a wall. Now I know that's a lot of options, a lot of information just for our very first posture. So just give yourself a moment to really find a seated position that is comfortable to you. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Now once you settle into that seat, I'd like you to bring your awareness down into the base of your body. So in yoga we talk a lot about our sits bones, which are these bony points on your booty. I'd like you to imagine those bones pushing down into your mat and your mat lifting up to meet your bum. So we have this beautiful opposite action going on, rooting down as the earth lifts up to meet you. Then from there, can you see if you can let your legs be heavy? Your base is really supporting you so that you can sit up a little bit taller. You might think about stacking the vertebrae of your spine. Maybe it's helpful to think about a string lifting you up through the crown of your head. And then your arms can rest wherever they feel natural, not overthinking it, just letting them fall maybe into your lap or by your sides. Now, if it feels comfortable to you, you can close your eyes completely. If that's not feeling super great for you today, you can keep your eyes open and gaze softly towards the floor in front of you. As best you can, seeing if you can start to relax the muscles of your face as we take a few moments in stillness to start our practice. This acts as a transition point away from your day, your life off of the mat, into this time, this space on your yoga mat. So let's take about 5 rounds of breath here all together to really center in. Please breathe in through your nose. Nice natural pace of breath here. And exhale out through your nose. Again, inhaling through your nose without any force or effort, and naturally exhaling through your nose. Again, let's all inhale and exhale. Twice more as you inhale, feeling your belly, your chest expand. Exhale through your nose, feel that natural release through your body. And once more for now, breathe in and let it out. Now if you have your eyes closed, I invite you to flutter them open, readjust to the light in your space. And let's move slowly as we transition onto hands and knees. We're going to come into our tabletop position. So coming onto all fours here, your hands are going to be just about underneath your shoulders, maybe slightly forward of the shoulders. Your hips will be stacked above your knees. Up to you whether you'd like to tuck the toes or have the tops of your feet on the floor. But wherever you are, can you really think about pushing up away from the mat? So you're nice and strong through your back body, feeling a little bit of core support as well. Belly button lifts up towards your spine. Now let's take an inhale, thinking about a long spine here. As you exhale, start to round your back. So tuck your chin, look towards your toes, and let your tailbone drop down. Feel that stretch through the back body, almost like a Halloween cat here. This is our cat pose. Big breath in, slow breath out. Now with your next inhale, we're going to reverse this action. So slowly moving through center, start to arch your back now, drawing your shoulder blades together, letting your tailbone lift, and maybe lifting your chin if that feels okay for your neck. This is our cow pose. So we'll take an inhale here in our cow. Then as you exhale, round your spine and come back to that cat pose. We're going to move just like that with the breath. So inhaling to arch your back, find your cow, maybe lift your gaze. Exhale to round your spine, come into your cat. Just twice more. Inhale, shoulder blades draw back. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under. You got it. One more time to really wake up your spine as you inhale into cow pose. And exhale into cat pose. Gorgeous. Next time you inhale, please come back to all fours. Nice long spine. Walk your hands a little bit closer to the top of your mat. And then start to sit your hips back towards your heels any amount. So we're not coming all the way down, we're just feeling the booty press back. And then start to rock forward, bringing your weight all the way into your fingertips. Feel your shoulders come forward, but your belly stays strong, navel hugging in. Let's inhale here in this kind of kneeling plank position. As you exhale, rock your hips back, again sitting towards your heels. Move with the breath again. As you inhale, come forward towards your fingertips. As you exhale, rock back towards your heels. Take this at your own pace. If you want to go faster or slower than I'm moving, please feel free. Exhaling your hips back. And inhaling to shift your weight forward. Once more, exhale, hips go back. This time, as you inhale, shift your weight forward, shoulders stack over the wrists. With your exhale, start to lower down to your belly, but pay attention to your elbows. See if you can point them straight back behind you. Eventually coming all the way to your stomach. Take a moment, maybe wiggle the hips side to side. Let's keep our hands planted next to the chest. Maybe even slide your hands a little bit lower towards your hips, if that's okay with your shoulders. And then elbows pointing straight up towards the sky. Hug your arms in like they're chicken wings. Your lower body will stay heavy. With your next in-breath, start to lift your chest just to hover over your yoga mat. So elbows and shoulders draw back, heart lifts. This is our baby cobra, nice little heart opener. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, slowly lower down, forehead meets the mat. Let's try that again. So as you inhale, roll your shoulders back and lift your chest just a couple inches off the floor. With your exhale, gently lower back down. Once more through that back bend. As you inhale, lift your heart, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead meets the mat. Lovely. Now really think about pushing down through your palms, anchoring through your knees. We'll take an inhale to push all the way up through hands and knees, really strong arms. And then please tuck your toes behind you. Take a moment if you need to sit back off of the wrist, give them a little roll. They've been doing a lot so far this practice. You'll find that in our yoga poses, we do tend to do a lot of weight bearing into the hands, so take breaks as needed. When you're ready, we're gonna plant those palms down and really claw through your fingertips like you're trying to dig through the sand. Toes are tucked behind you. Now we're gonna power up the legs. Start to push your booty back as you lift your knees away from the floor. Let your head fall between your arms until you make this inverted V shape with your body. This is our downward facing dog. Now while you're here, really let your knees be bent. Start to push your booty back and up. So really trying to bring a little bit more weight towards the feet. Take some of that pressure out of your hands. Take an inhale right here. As you exhale, start to walk your feet forward, walk your hands back. Meeting at the middle of your mat, hands and feet will come together in a forward fold. So keeping your knees quite bent here. Think about bringing your chest towards your thighs so you feel a nice stretch through the backs of your legs and through your back body. Now hands can hold on to your legs, they can press into the floor. Might even feel nice for you to grab opposite elbows here, just using that weight of your arms to help you lengthen your spine a little bit more. Let's stay here for a full breath in. Complete breath out. Now really letting your knees bend here. Please slide your hands to the backs of your thighs, so holding onto your hamstrings. Then slowly with an inhale, begin to rise up to standing. Really take your time, hold on to those hammies. Eventually coming all the way up to stand, letting your arms relax by your sides, settling into what we call mountain pose or Tadasana. So here your feet are rooted just about underneath your hips. Your knees are slightly bent, but legs are strong, supporting you as you stand. Belly button is hugging in so you can feel your core, and spine is lifting tall just like when we were seated before. Then see if you can roll your shoulders back and turn your palms to face forward. Gaze is straight forward as well as you inhale here. And exhale. Lovely. How you feeling so far? Hopefully going okay. You may have noticed already that a lot of our yoga practice is linking our movements with our breath. So we're going to practice that a little bit more here. From your nice Tadasana mountain pose, please take your inhale to sweep your arms out and up to the sky. Maybe you look up towards your hands. As you exhale, reverse that action, so arms come out and down by your sides. That's it. Inhale to sweep your arms out and up, maybe look up. Exhale to release your arms out and down. Let's do that one more time before we add on. Inhaling to reach up and exhaling to release. Lovely. This time, let's inhale to sweep our arms to the sky. As you exhale, release your arms down. As you do, start to fold forward, hinging from your hips, bending at your knees till your hands come all the way down to the ground. Now climb your hands either onto the fronts of your shins or the tops of your thighs. Push into your legs as you inhale and lengthen through your spine, finding this halfway lift position. So we're not quite folded, we're not quite standing, we're somewhere right in between. Thinking about a nice long spine just like you had in your tabletop position. Let's try another inhale here. Then as you exhale, bend your knees and fold forward once again. You got it. One more time through that halfway lift. So hands to thighs or shins. Take an inhale to lengthen your spine. Nice flat back, and then use your exhale to bend your knees and fold forward. Lovely. From here, hands are gonna walk to the top of your mat. Feet are gonna step back. Booty is lifted as you come back into your downward facing dog. Let your left knee bend as you drop your right heel towards the floor. Feel that stretch through the back of your leg. And then switch, bend your right knee straight in through your left leg. Do that again, bend your left knee, drop your right heel. And then bend your right knee, drop your left heel. One more time, bending the left knee, walking out your dog, and then bending your right knee. Then let both knees bend here. Again, booty up and back, so you feel that length through your spine, your arms, your legs. Take an inhale here. And exhale, you got it. With your next inhale, shift your weight all the way forward into a plank position. So shoulders are coming over the wrists, just like we did before. Body is long and strong, but this time knees are lifted. Now you always have the option to drop those knees down or keep them up for a little added bonus. Take an inhale here in your plank, wherever you are. As you exhale, bring yourself in one unit all the way down to your belly. Are those elbows pointing back? Can you bring yourself down slowly? Nice. Push the tops of your feet into the floor. Hug your elbows back like chicken wings. With your next inhale, lift your heart just a couple inches. Find that baby cobra. And exhale, let your forehead meet the mat. Pushing through your palms, we're gonna do that little reverse push-up again onto hands and knees. So use your inhale to press away from the floor. This time as you exhale, open your knees nice and wide apart. Bring your big toes together to touch behind you. And then slowly shift your hips back towards your heels. So just like we did before, sending the booty back, doesn't matter how far. Maybe today you land with the booty kind of hovering in the air. Maybe it feels okay for your hips to sit your hips all the way back to touch the heels. Perhaps as you melt your chest down, your forehead can touch the floor. Now again, there is no right or wrong way to do these postures. We really just want to make sure they feel good in your body. So yes, there are alignment cues that I'm giving you to keep your body safe, to guide you into these postures. But once you're there, you're really free to explore what feels best to you. So this pose is just as beneficial whether your hips are touching your heels or whether they're floating in the air. Really, we're looking for that stretch through the lower back, through the length of the spine. And as best you can, see if you can melt your weight into the support of your yoga mat. Our child's pose here is quite a popular posture in yoga to help with relaxation, to help ground us, to calm us when we need a moment. This is a great pose to call upon at any time in your day, either on or off the mat. But especially within your yoga asana or yoga posture practice, the movement practice of yoga, this child's pose can be really handy whenever you're in the midst of a flow and just need a little moment to breathe. So for today, let's stay for just one more big breath in and slow breath out. With your inhale, please rock your weight forward and then sit your hips to one side. Bring your legs around in front of you. We're coming to a seated position. This time as you come onto your bum, please bend your knees, bring your feet out in front of you. Bring the feet a little bit wider than your hips if you would, and hands back behind you for support. As you're ready, drop both knees over to the right edge of your yoga mat. And then lift your legs back through center and drop both knees over to the left. Side to side, just like this, coming through center with your inhale, dropping to the side with your exhale. You're definitely open to let your upper body, your torso twist as you move through the knees as well. So don't feel like you have to be super stiff with these postures. Really see what movement feels most intuitive, most organic to you. And this is just a great little movement for the hips here as we windshield wiper the knees side to side. Nice little reset as we round out our practice today. Let's take one more inhale through center and exhale to drop the knees. And then please bring your legs back through center, and we'll stretch both legs out long now. Let's keep that right leg extended and bend into your left knee. Now please step that left foot to the outer edge of your right leg so that we have this kind of weird crisscrossy thing going on with the legs. Right leg nice and long, left foot planted. Now if this is feeling like a lot for your hip or your knee, then you always have the option to keep that foot on the inside edge of that extended leg. Beautiful. Sitting up tall, remember those sits bones, really root them down so you can lift your spine up. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, take a rotation towards that knee. So turning your chest towards the left side of the room. Maybe using that right arm to hug your knee, dropping that left hand back behind you for a little extra support. Feeling this gentle twisting action through your spine and taking a few breaths here. So as we hold in some of these postures, as we slow things down, this is really your opportunity to connect with that breathing just like we did at the start of our class, in and out through the nose. And perhaps you may even notice that as you breathe more mindfully, more intentionally, your breath actually takes you deeper into this experience of the pose. All together, we're going to stay for one more full breath in. And with your breath out, start to unwind that twist, bringing your chest back through center. We'll uncross the legs and switch sides. So extending that left leg long, bend into your right knee. Stay right here or cross that right foot to the outer edge of the left thigh. Sitting up tall, once again, you have an inhale here. And with your exhale, twist from your rib cage to turn your chest towards the right. Maybe left arm hugging the knee, right fingertips drop back behind you. So you can really feel that spreading of the collarbones, keeping the chest nice and open as you twist. Few more breaths here. Noticing that your sits bones stay really heavy, rooted down, so that this twist can be coming from your spine. So we're not moving the hips around, but we're really twisting from our center. This doesn't have to be a big movement today. Even subtle shifts in these postures can make a big difference. Let's stay for another big breath in. And with a slow breath out, begin to unwind, bring yourself through center. Lovely, uncross your legs. Let's bend both knees, plant the soles of the feet onto the floor. Option 1, hands hold onto the backs of your legs. Option 2, hands come by your sides. All of us are gonna slowly lower down onto our backs. So take your time to transition here. As you land flat on your back, please keep your knees bent, your feet planted. Laying down here, can you feel your spine lengthen out? The crown of your head reaching back, your tailbone lengthening towards your heels. Once again, arms can rest wherever they feel most natural, perhaps turning your palms up to help you relax your shoulders down and back. And maybe for today, you stay right here with the knees bent, feet planted. This is gonna give a little extra support for your low back. If it feels all right for you, one leg at a time, start to straighten out through your legs. sending your left foot towards the left corner of your mat, your right foot towards the right. And as best you can, let your body start to relax into the support of your yoga mat. So we're moving now into our final posture of the practice. We call this Shavasana, or a corpse pose. And really this is an integral part or pose of any yoga practice. It can often be the most difficult pose as well, because all we do here is lay in stillness and breathe. So your mind is gonna wanna wander. It's gonna wanna tell you that you have things to do, places to be. The real challenge here is to stay present and allow yourself some time to relax. So we've already been here for a little while. Well done so far. We're gonna stay for a bit longer together. I invite you to close your eyes if you haven't already done so. And again, if closing your eyes does not feel safe or comfortable for you, you can keep a soft gaze towards the ceiling. Now, as you close your eyes and let your body find stillness, can you once again bring your attention to your breath? Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. And by keeping your awareness on your breath, this will help you to stay present in your body. Each breath will help you to relax a little bit more deeply and to really explore a bit of mindfulness here on your mat today. So again, your mind will want to wander, to stray off of your mat. And when that happens, I invite you to bring yourself back to your breath. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose. Just like that, letting your body soften, your mind slow down. And we'll be here all together for about another 30 seconds or so. But if you are really just loving this today, of course, feel free to stay for a little bit longer. Breathing in and breathing out. Notice how it feels to simply be here in this moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Now remember, you can always stay here for longer if you'd like. If you're ready to finish up with your practice today, I invite you to bring your attention back to your physical space. So feeling your body touching the earth, feeling the temperature of the room around you, maybe even noticing any light or darkness beyond your eyelids. And when the time feels right, start to bring some little movements back into your body. So starting small, wiggling your fingers and your toes, maybe then rolling through your wrists and your ankles, really starting to move and stretch in any way that feels good as you reawaken your body. So maybe it feels nice to stretch out long. Perhaps it feels good to hug your knees in towards your chest. Go wherever your body needs to go in this moment. And from here, you'll gently roll onto your side, doesn't matter which side. Coming into this kind of fetal position here with the knees bent, the body relaxed. Just transitioning here from our backs back into a seated position. So when you're ready, use your hands to press yourself up. We're going to come back into a comfortable seat just as we started the practice today. So any seated position that feels comfy for your body, let yourself find that now. And if it feels right for you, I invite you to bring your palms together in front of your heart, gently pressing your thumbs to your sternum. This is a mudra or hand position that we practice in yoga as a sign of gratitude and respect. This is your time as we end our practice to really thank yourself for showing up here today, to send some gratitude towards your yoga practice for all that it has to offer you today. And I thank you so, so much for meeting me on the mat. Until we meet here again, namaste. Be well, my friend.